West Ham United 0, Arsenal Football Club 6. Wow, what a convincing victory by Arsenal today, man. Total domination. The best game of the season so far by an absolute mile, and a brilliant way to follow on from the victory against Liverpool. Because, guys, I want to go back to what I said straight after us losing to Fulham 2-1 on New Year's Eve. I said, look, it's bad. We've lost to West Ham United. We've lost to Fulham. We've now got 4 tough games coming up. We've got 4 games that include Crystal Palace, Nottingham Forest, Liverpool, and West Ham. We need to win all 4 to come back into the title race, and fair play to the boys because they've done exactly that, man. 4 very good victories, man, and in their own right. I mean, the game last week against Liverpool was a very big game to play, a lot of emotion on the line, a team in Liverpool who have been firing recently, but we got the job done, and I think we grinded out that result very well. And then again today against West Ham United, I thought it'd be a similar game. I thought it'd be a game where, obviously, West Ham are winless in their last 5 or 6, but I didn't think it'd be a tough game. I thought we would have to grind out the victory. You know what I mean? Like, play very conservative, maybe take our chances when they come, but defend really well. But in the end, I mean, the first 20 minutes was maybe cagey, where we had a lot of the ball, but weren't really breaking them down. But once we got that first goal, West Ham never recovered, and they folded like a house of cards. And we absolutely took them to the cleaners, man. Completely tore them apart. It could have been more. I think we to be fair, after 6-0, we kind of just pulled the handbrake up and just let the game drift off into the end, because we genuinely could have blown them apart here today. 5, 6, maybe even 7. It was that good of a victory. I genuinely think that Arsenal today absolutely tore them apart, tore West Ham apart. I don't think I've seen anything like it from us this season, where apart from in the Champions League, we've been ruthless like this, like ruthless. If you look at the match stats, it was like one team was in the Premier League and one team's in like League 2 or something. It was that far apart, the golfing quality between the two sides. And that's what I want to see from Arsenal, because this season at times have been really solid in the way we played football matches. But not too many times this season have we really been, in my opinion, ruthless. And a ruthless attribute is what I want to see associated with my club, Arsenal Football Club. Because I know for a while now we've been a good football team. But this season, we've yet to show real ruthlessness in our game sometimes. And we showed that today, where by halftime, the game was over. Because last season, guys, maybe last season was in our mind. Because last season, we went to West Ham. First 10, 15 minutes, we were fantastic. We went 2-0 up. And then we kind of just gave away some chances, took our foot off the gas, and ended up drawing the game 2-2. I think that was in the back of our minds today. Because after going 2-0 up, we didn't rest up. We went, okay, let's get the 3rd goal. Let's get the 4th goal. And then maybe at 5-0 when we really started to give up and say, you know what? Now the game's over. Let's relax a bit more. And I think that's exactly what happened, because to be fair, at halftime, the game was basically over. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you guys. In the back of my head, I did have the Newcastle 4-4 Arsenal game, because I know that happened in similar fashion. And I was thinking, okay, don't let it be 4-4 like that one, because you never know what can happen in football. But when it went to 5-0, that's when I was there comfortable, man. I had my tea in my hand, had my corn on the cob. I was happy, man. I knew we were going to come away with the victory here when it went to 5-0. And then, look, Declan Rice scoring that goal was a cherry on the cake for Arsenal and the salt in the wounds for West Ham, because the fact he was able to score as well, crazy scenes, man. So, yeah, delighted overall, man. Big win. I mean, the only shadow on it would be the fact that Man City and Liverpool won yesterday. But at the same time, they played Everton and played Burnley respectively. Like, these are games you're expecting them to win. If they don't win those games, there's a real problem going on. So I do think, to be fair with you guys, that we take the result that we got. I'm happy with how it went overall. We keep moving in the right direction. We've got another game against Burnley next week that we have to win as well. Then we've got Newcastle the week after, alongside the Champions League coming into form as well. I'll be streaming after Champions League games as well. So make sure you don't miss that. But overall, really good. And I like to see Nwaneri come off the bench as well, man. I've been calling for it. We had a lot of reserves on the bench. I think the only thing for me, right, is why did Cedric come off the bench? Like, we don't need to see Cedric play football, man. I don't know about you guys, but Cedric doesn't excite me. I don't need the brother on the football pitch. I'd rather Roll Walters or someone come off the bench other than Cedric. But Nwaneri getting some minutes, I'm delighted with that. Absolutely delighted to see him get some football. Thoroughly deserved in my eyes. I think he's been knocking on the door for a while now. And when he came on the pitch, he looked dangerous. Now, obviously, it was 6-0, so it weren't exactly like a game where you really need to get stuck in or anything like that. But he looked dangerous. He was running around the pitch, making himself a busybody, getting involved with the football, making some nice interchanging passes. Probably should have shot at one point where he laid it off to El Neni. But overall, delighted with how it went, man. So for me, I'm delighted overall. Absolutely delighted. I think it's a game that could have been trickier than it was, to be fair with you guys. Now, West Ham, I've watched West Ham a couple of times in recent weeks. I obviously watched them when they beat us at the Emirates. they're a good team, man. I know the results haven't really shown it in recent weeks. West Ham are not a bad side. They're a decent team, but we made light work of them today. We genuinely did. Like, there was a genuine quality or golfing quality between the two sides today, to the point where we were just the better team. Like, you couldn't even come out of that game thinking West Ham had a chance with it. We dominated them in every facet of the football match, whether it's XG, whether it's possession, shots, field tilt. If people care about that, I don't, but some people clearly do. And then, yeah, I want to give a special shout out to Martin Odegaard as well. I thought he was superb today, popping up in all sorts of dangerous positions in the pockets. Played quite a deeper role today because Jorginho was obviously missing, given he had an injury and he wasn't able to train in midweek. So I don't know whether Arteta would have played Jorginho normally, but he didn't. And obviously, Odegaard was then playing a little bit deeper next to Declan Rice at times. And he was really able to unlock a door from deeper areas, man. Really able to find those like diagonal passes and penetrating passes down the middle. So I have to give him a heap of credit for that. Jakub Kiwior equally, man. Because he had Kudus and Bowen to deal with around that side. They're tricky customers, but I thought Kiwior had a fantastic game, slotting in for Alex Zinchenko. So, yeah, I think he did fantastically there. Jakub Kiwior deserves an awful lot of credit for his performance in my eyes. Who else we got in the team I thought played well? Obviously, Saka got his 2 goals today. Thought he was a little bit wasteful in the first half, though, to be honest with you guys. I thought Trossard was really good. Mane was a little bit quiet to be real. I thought Havertz was a bit of a busybody. To be fair, you won 6-0 and he didn't even score, which is a bit of a shame, but it's just the way it goes. Rice obviously was superb. The centre-backs were brilliant as well, and Ben White getting involved, and Ryan really had nothing to do. So, yeah. Overall, guys, everyone played well. Delighted with how it went overall. Let's get into your comments to see what you lot are saying. Michael King, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Common Arsenal win, I hope you're saying. Yeah, brilliant, man. Brilliant victory. Well deserved as well. Absolutely took them to the cleaners. And that's been what Arsenal been like recently, guys. Because this isn't like Arsenal last season, right? Arsenal are a bit more of a controlled team this season, where we like to have domination of the football, dominate the ball possession to the point where there's not a lot of chances. But if the chances do come, they come for Arsenal. Now, me personally, it's not my favorite way to play football. I'd rather play football like last season, just like how Liverpool play it, was a bit more fast and furious. But I do appreciate that there's multiple ways to skin a cat, right? We're gonna want to play a style of football that enables us to win the most amount of matches. And if we're playing this way, well, it's a very few amount of chances. We keep the game tight, we keep it cagey, and then we take our chances on the set pieces and counter attack. It is what it is, man. As long as we get the victory, I can get behind it, because 3 points are the most important thing in my eyes. And I thought we did that today, man. I thought once we got the first goal from Saliba, it completely opened up for Arsenal to the point where West Ham had no real way to get back into the game, which is a shame for them. But for us, delighted, absolutely delighted, because if I'm honest with you guys right now, yeah, that game against West Ham United, in the first 10 to 15 minutes, I was sitting there thinking, yeah, we have a lot of the possession, but we weren't really doing anything, weren't really getting in behind. Then West Ham had a few chances, but then when we got our goal back on the corner, that's when I knew, yeah, we got the second goal, third goal, fourth goal. We were flying at that point. West Ham had no answer, and we were just putting our foot on the gas, full court press, foot on their neck, weren't letting them breathe, basically, man. So that was Arsenal in a nutshell today. Delighted with how that went. Jeff, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. I was going to predict 6-0 today. No way, man. 6-0. I think either that or 2-0. Now, I was going to go for around about I think I would have gone for a 3-2 or 3-1 Arsenal victory. I don't think it would have been nowhere near was I thinking 6-0, man. But I did think we'd have enough to win the game. Look, guys, we already lost to West Ham twice this season. There's no way we're losing 3 times in one season to West Ham. Let's be serious right now, man. They had our number in the League Cup. They obviously did a job on us in the Premier League as well. It's not happening 3 times in a row. I don't care if it's our place or their place. We're getting our revenge, man. We're getting they're getting their comeuppance, and we did exactly that, man. Came back with blood, with vengeance, and that's what the big teams do, man. The big teams respond to setbacks, respond to defeats. They never let any sort of team get the double over them, man. West Ham already beat us this season. We can't let that happen again. Go back to their place, dispatch them resolutely, and that's exactly what we did. Well, that was a surprise, Malia says. Didn't see that one coming. You're becoming a bit of a pessimist, Malia, man. Bit of a pessimist. Look, we played well this season, man. And look, after we beat Liverpool, yeah, I saw the sense of the rejuvenation, the confidence start to actually seep into the football club again. Look, we've got confidence now. We obviously lost a bit of confidence after losing to West Ham and Fulham, but since then, we've been on a winning streak. We genuinely have. So now we've got confidence. We've got another week until we play again, because we play Burnley on Saturday. Then we've got Porto on Wednesday. Then we've got Newcastle on a Saturday. Then we've obviously got, who's after that? Sheffield United the week after. So the football games are coming thick and fast now, but they're all winnable games. We're not playing any big teams right about now. Like obviously Newcastle, you could say, is a big team, but we're playing them at home. We need to win that game. Porto in the Champions League is a massive game. But then we've got Burnley and Sheffield United either side of that. 2 teams that are in the relegation zone. So now is the time to build some momentum. Now, do I think we can win the league? Yes, of course we can win it. Do I think we will win the league? Unfortunately, we happen to come up against a team like Man City, who whenever I watch them play, they just look like robots. I watched them against Brentford. They were 1-0 down. I was getting a little bit excited. Then they come back and win the game 3-1. I watched them against Everton. It was 0-0 for 70 minutes. I was thinking, here we go. We got a chance here. And then they scored 2 goals through Haaland. So for me, I can't really predict what Man City are going to do. I expect them to win the league because they're in the pole position to do so. We still have to go to the Etihad. And they're the best team in the Premier League. But we can deal with our business by winning every game in our way. If we can do that, we've got a hell of a chance. We've got a hell of a chance. And it starts by winning these easy games, man. Because we dropped too many easy points this season, bro. Too many easy points. Look at Fulham. We've got 1 point out of 6 against Fulham, man. We drew to them at home and lost them away. That's Fulham Football Club. What's that about? We lost to West Ham at home already. They lost their last 6 before this game. Not good enough. Other points where we've dropped games, other games where we've dropped points as well, where it's not been quite good enough, man. Couple of losses to Newcastle, Aston Villa. Okay, fair enough. Referee inadequacies in those games, but still, we dropped too many silly points in the season, man. Silly points. Tottenham at home, man. We were 2-1 up. We were 1-0 up and 2-1 up. We both dropped points from winning positions. What's that all about? So for me, we dropped too many unnecessary points. Now put ourselves in a position now where we have to claw back on it. Now, there's still like 15 games to go. So there's still time to obviously get back into it to win the league. But the problem is right now, we're basically level on points with Man City. And Man City are Man City. Where it's got to a point now where you need to build up a gap with Man City to be able to beat them to the Premier League title. So it's a 3-horse race. We're in it, Liverpool in it, and Man City in it. But we're going to have to bank on them not dropping points. And at the same time, be pretty much flawless ourselves. So it's there for us, but it's not quite in our hands. Like right now, I give us genuinely, I think a 25% chance of winning the Premier League, to be honest. A 25% chance, if that. Because even that is a little bit generous, to be honest. I think we're a better team than Liverpool, even though points-wise they're better than us right now. I think that was proven last week. But I do think Liverpool are a little bit more ruthless than us. Because they've got players like, for example, Mohamed Salah, etc., players like that. So that's the way I look at it. But I do think we're a better team than Liverpool. I think Man City are the best team in the Premier League, and that's proven. But who knows, man? We just got to keep at it. Keep at it. Because Man City could go through a bad run. You never know. They could drop. They could lose Rodri to injury, or they could get a red card to Rodri. They could get De Bruyne could get injured again. You don't know. Anything can happen, man. So just stay in the running because who knows? Keep it going. We've got some nice games coming up. Let's get the victories over the line. Champions League as well, guys, man. Let's not underestimate this competition. Bayer Leverkusen on in the Champions League. Liverpool on in the Champions League. Those are 2 top teams in European football. We've got Real Madrid, Man City, and Bayern Munich to go through. And even Bayern Munich look a little bit inadequate nowadays. They just lost 3-0 to Leverkusen last week. This weekend. So genuinely, it's Real Madrid and Man City to worry about in the Champions League. The rest of them, I think we're better than the rest of the teams. So we got a good chance, man. A good chance. West Ham was shocking. Oh, absolutely terrible, man. Never even turned up to the party one bit. That's the biggest problem. That is the biggest problem, man. Delete the stride them. I don't know what that means, but appreciate the comment regardless, my friends. Their midfield and defense. Oh, terrible, bro. West Ham completely fell apart like a house of cards. Folded, man. Genuinely folded. It's like the game last week against Man United. I thought West Ham were good in the first half against Man United. They obviously went in 1-0 down. It went 2-0 and they folded again, just like today. Anyway, let's discontinue. May long discontinue. I agree. Hopefully it continues a long time. Zinchenko out the team is definitely a good option. Exactly, bro. And I said this from time ago, man. We don't need this inverted stuff. I'm telling you guys, yeah? We don't need this inverted fullback if he can't defend. Look at Kivior today. None of this inverted bollocks, and he was able to defend well. He defended against Kudus perfectly, man. Absolutely perfectly. Top performance from Jakub Kivior, man. And we were solid. We didn't concede a single goal this game. I guarantee if Zinchenko was in the team, I promise you we would have conceded. I promise you for an absolute fact, man. We would have conceded. But we didn't today. And what was that show? The back four was solid. Absolutely solid. Keep him away. I agree. Porto coming up. Cannot wait for that game, man. Cannot wait to get back into the Champions League with this football club. Last 16 business. I'll be streaming after that game as always. So make sure you do subscribe down below if you are new around here on the channel. Premier League and football match reactions, Champions League match reactions as well, coming round the corner on Tuesday. Williams trainer got a quick break from dog training. Yeah, why did Cedric come on the pitch, bro? Like, genuinely, that's the only thing that annoyed me. We did not need Cedric on the pitch today. I would have rather brought on Real Walters, because at least you might have to give him a chance. Cedric, no need. Unnecessary substitution in my eyes. Juma, I appreciate you on the stream, my friend. I'm doing really, really well. Well done, DR. Who's DR? I don't know. David Raya. If you're saying David Raya, bro, the guy did nothing today, man. But yeah, big up David Raya. Trossard was amazing. I agree. Trossard played really, really well. Big up Trossard in that false 9 position because Trossard for me, yeah, high key, he's giving me Diego Jota vibes a little bit. No, like right foot, left foot, clinical finisher, fox around the box, undersized striker, false 9, can play along the front three. I see that big time today. Actually, wait, I'll just talk. DR might be Declan Rice. Big up Declan Rice if that's the case. DR 41. Fantastic performance, man. Fantastic performance. Scored his goal as well. Brilliant finish. That was the icing on the cake for us. Salt in the wounds for them. I thought he was superb today, Declan Rice, man. Absolutely fantastic. Trossard was amazing. Agreed. Brilliant performance as well from Trossard. I think I'm like Lee Gunner. You all turn out a little bit like Lee Gunner, to be honest, man. Okay, lad, you have the slightest of chance to win the league. Well done. Yeah, we have a little bit of a chance. I'd say Man City are favourites for an absolute fact. I think points-wise, Liverpool have a bigger chance than Arsenal. But I genuinely think that if you look at it in terms of actual quality of performances, I do think we've got a little bit more of a chance than Liverpool, a little bit more. But I'd say it's very equal. Very equal. I'd say right now, I'd say it's about 60% chance Man City win it and 20% Arsenal, Liverpool. Maybe 25-15, something around that. Do you get what I mean? But I do think Arsenal and Liverpool fairly close, but Man City are favourites. It was totally tight. Prince Dino, I appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Yeah, I agree, man. It was definitely it was a tight game for about 15 minutes. Then Arsenal took it over and completely dominated. We have a game in hand, bro. You do indeed, yeah. But it's Brentford, so who knows what can happen, man. 25% chance, my ass. I'd say 15, Liverpool 30, City 55. Yeah. I can't disagree big time, but yeah, I think City favourites is the main thing. Keep winning and leave City to mess up. It's coming. Outlaw, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Well, who knows, man? Who knows? Anything can happen. I wouldn't bank on it, but you never know, man. You never know. Guna C, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. That game was tough. Really hard West Ham team today. Bro, it was tough for about 20 minutes, and then Saliba scored, and they completely fell apart, man. Completely fell apart. But yeah, that's credit to us, man. Big time credit to us because we made light work of them. You can only beat what's in front of you. And the way we dominated that game from start to finish, massive kudos to the team in front of us. Brilliant performance. Rumours doing their rounds about City punishment. No contract extension. Why? Something's happening. Hey, true. Look, City, I do think should get punished at some point. Obviously for the, what's it called? For the 115 charges. It will happen at some point, man. For now, we deal with our business. When they get that demotion slapped on them, I hope so. Look, who knows, guys, man? They've got the best lawyers in the world. They will nitpick and find something. The Premier League's taking their time to properly bring the court of justice down on them because they want to make sure that their case is watertight. Because they know if they come with some wishy-washy case, the Man City lawyers will walk all over it. So they're taking their time. They're going through it like a tooth comb. They're getting the brother from Suits to come in and do it. Joe Proctor, all their men are coming in to get the contract sorted out properly, get all the files done, make sure they come in with a watertight case so Man City have no choice but to get absolutely punished. That's the plan. Declan Rice, yes, I figured out a little bit later, man. I'm a little bit slow up here sometimes. DI is probably Declan Rice's dummy. Yeah, it was, man. My bad. I don't know why I thought it was David Raya. Centric should not have come on. I agree. No point. Bring on Raw Waters. Declan Rice. Yep, exactly. They probably won't even get that. Who knows, man? I mean, look, I'm not really banking on anything happening, to be honest, but you never know, man. You never know in football. Liverpool's shocking, in my opinion. They're not shocking, but I think the game last week proved that Arsenal are a much better team than Liverpool. Liverpool more ruthless, but I think Arsenal as a football team are better. Like, our defense is solid, man. Like, absolutely solid. The way we control games is brilliant. Bring in Haaland boys. 100% agree, man. Could not agree more. Nwaneri got some minutes. I'd love to see Raw Waters get some minutes as well, man. That's the aim for me. Brentford are not last season's Brentford. They are a relegation battle team. No longer possibly in Europe. Well, look, they won yesterday. Maybe they're back into form. Who knows, man? Who knows? Liverpool beat City. I think they will at Anfield as well, to be honest. I think they will. But then we've still got to go to the Etihad. So all basically evens out in the end. Kahenda, appreciate you on the stream, my friend. Was amazing. Was a massive game again and again. Exactly, man. Big game for Arsenal. I did say after we lost to West Ham and Fulham, I said we need to win our next 4 games. Palace, Forest, Liverpool and West Ham United. If we win all 4 of those games, we're back in on it, and we did exactly that. So I have to give them a heap of credit for getting that sorted. The Arsenal team, man, did really well there. Liverpool, the real threat, yeah, to an extent, I think so. But I do think Arsenal, I do think City still remain the top dog in this league. City won't get punished, but if we do, I'd love to be relegated because then I won't be no glory hunter. Even though I've been supporting them all 17 years, I've lived on this earth. Yeah, I mean, look, who knows? You want to get relegated. I don't know why. I don't know why you'd want to get relegated as a City fan. But look, if they do, I'd love to see it happen as well, personally. I think obviously Pep Guardiola would go when you get relegated. I don't listen to any of this crap about him saying he'd stay in the job if they were relegated. That's absolutely that's crap. It's never happening. Pep Guardiola is not managing in the Championship. Let's be completely honest right now. Yeah, the brothers walking away. Man, a lot of their players will walk away as well for the Man City. But look, who knows, man? Anything can happen. City will walk the Championship, by the way. They'll go invincible in the Championship. If they don't, that for me, that is crazy. But yeah, look, I don't think anything will happen either, to be honest with you guys. I genuinely don't. And if it does, it'll get appealed against. It'll get drawn out longer and longer and longer. And that's just litigations and lawsuits in a nutshell, man. Just take too much time. A lot of money gets involved. No real progress happens. Are you watching United game? My favorite Guna. Yes, I'll be watching Aston Villa against United in just a second. I don't know if I'll stream afterwards, though. It will depend on the game. But I'll most likely be watching it. Yes. But yeah. Overall, guys, I appreciate everyone that tuned into the stream today. I'll be back hopefully maybe later tonight. If not, definitely for the Champions League games in midweek as well. And then obviously next weekend, we've got Arsenal against Burnley. 3 p.m. Saturday kickoff. Make sure you don't miss it. Be here or be square. And then, of course, we've got the Champions League as well midweek against Porto the week after. Big game on Wednesday, 8 p.m. You don't want to miss that one either. Otherwise, I appreciate everyone for tuning in today and I hope to catch you guys all in my next one.